So hello everyone. Uh, it's been a while since the last time I posted. So this channel until now it was just solving questions about this Max scholarship, which when I was in college, like I found out about it and I just thought it was something big. Like you had your grad school paid, your graduation paid, and even like uh, a place that you can live. Like everything was paid for you. You only had to worry about studying, and like the exam is hard. The hardest thing about the exam is the time because it's a short period of time, but like it's not outside of reality compared to good universities in maybe where you live, but you will still have to pay and things like that. So I just felt that people don't know a lot about Max, and definitely there is like not a lot of content about Max. Like you can find people solving it. I think since then it's been like 3 years. There is more content solving the questions, but since the last time I posted about the solving a few questions, I started working as a programmer, and that's why I've been kind of busy. But now I wanted to make like a project. It will be all free, and uh, so that we can learn programming and do something good for the Max community. So, what are we going to do? We are going to build a platform that users can log in. We're going to upload videos, not just solving questions, but even like content, like learning theory. Okay. Uh, so first, I made a few designs over here, the best I could. So it will have. This is the project that we're going to program. I'll talk about the text that we're going to use in few seconds. So it will have a login page, a register page. Until here, nothing too much, but we will have even roles authentications because we are going to have an admin user. Uh, like this login and register is going to be for the students, like in this case I guess you guys, to go inside the platform and use the content. Okay, but I will have an admin login, which will be kind of just mine for the moment, so that I can upload the videos and edit few things. Okay, so the first thing, we're going to have to the ability to register the topics. So like the first card, you will have here cards about the subject that you want to study. So if you want to study physics, you click in physics. Now the other things, it's not here yet, but it's something that I wanted since the pandemic. Like I thought a lot about it. One second, what did I do over here? uh, since the pandemic, I thought about it, a lot about it. It's like since we are using an online, like we're studying online, we can have something like the materials you need to review, review. Uh, how's this going to happen? Like when you're solving questions there, like you didn't answer this question right from the first time. In the second time, you missed it again, and in the third time, like you missed it. So you're having trouble with this subject, like uh, linear motion in physics, for example. So that question that you missed is going to be here tomorrow when you log in, so that you before you before you go study new subjects, you solve this question first. Okay. uh, I guess I think like anyone that studies a lot knows how this is helpful, because like when you're going to review like physics, I missed linear motion, so you take the book and you start solving a lot of questions about that part. So this in specific is something that it's the most thing that I want to implement. Like every question, we're going to uh, gain information from every question you solve or you miss solving. Okay. So let's say like you clicked maybe in physics and you want to study physics today. So you will have here few chapters, uh, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, and so go on. And a chapter for the old exams that the MEXT gives. If you go here in their website, uh, I think they give you the old exams until I don't know which date was, but they give you the old exams. Okay. So let's say you're going to study maybe chapter 1. You click on it, and then you'll have like there are few subjects in chapter 1, and once you click on the subject, you'll have the video which will be from the YouTube. So these videos, we already have a few of them existing. I guess it's where people will spend most of their time in this platform. Uh, it will have content and maybe solving the exam. Here we'll have a material, maybe the PDF of the exam, of this question solved, maybe an extra material like give this a read, extra questions, things like this. And here we'll have a comments, okay, section. Now this comment section we could use from the YouTube, but I want to implement this in programming, and we're going to talk more about programming in a second. Uh, we're going to also have an extra page over here, which is going to have the question, like maybe you chose this chapter 1, and then we'll have related questions of it. So here you will have like question 1, uh, question 1, okay, and then you'll have the alternative over here, and once you click it, everything is going to go to the database, and we'll know like, he got it right, he got it wrong, he spent more time than we intended for it to be. So we need to make more questions for this specific student about this subject so he can get better at it. Okay? So something like this. I don't have it yet over here, the page, because this is the part that it's the most important part of the project, so I'm still defining it. So this is the about the maybe like the news that what I'm planning to do for this channel and the Max. So if you're just studying for the Max, just know I pretend to for this to be ready in April. Okay, so I think in April to May it's going to be ready. I know that the exam is in September, so I honestly don't think you guys are going to. It's not going to be very useful for you guys because it will still need to upload the questions, the videos, and this stuff. But it's a good project, and it will help the next people that are going to try this exam. So if you just like studying for the max exam, this is it for now. In the rest of the video, I'm going to talk about how we're going to program this. So if you're just interested, you can stay, because I know many of you are going to graduation. So maybe you're still thinking like, am I going to do computer science thing like this? So I'm going to talk a bit about the architecture and what we're going to use, and how we're going like a bit of the database to just so that we can think more clearly about the project. Okay, so so let's talk a bit about what we're going to use over here. Okay, uh, so for the database, we're going to use a relational database. I don't feel like this project needs Mongo or something like this. Everything is going to be related. I'm going to explain more about the database. For the server, we're going to use Node with TypeScript. I'm still thinking about using the framework Adonis, which I'm starting to use it in my job recently, but it will be a lot of magic for people who are starting this. Now, Express would be more comprehensive, but add-ons, I think it's faster to do things. And for the front end, we're going to use React and or Next. I don't know if maybe I will do it in Next. I'm still defining this, and we're going to host everything in Amazon AWS. Okay, so a full stack project over here. Now, just let's talk a bit about the structure. So we're going to have a roles authentication over here uh, for like a student and an admin. Uh, so the students will log in, and then the admin would be me, like doing things like maybe let's add a few subjects. You know, uh, like let's put Japanese. Now we have someone to lecture about Japanese, so we can register new, delete an old subject, list them, show the list of the subjects that like so that they appear over here, and update a subject. Maybe I wrote chemistry wrong, something like this. So a CRUD operation for subjects, and then each subject will have chapters, and they will relate. Like the chapter is going to have each chapter is going to have a chapter ID and a subject ID with relating. Like this is chapter one of subject physics, things like this. Okay, and then each chapter is going to have a lecture, and each lecture is going to have videos, materials, comments, and few questions, and everything is going to relate to the other with the table ID. Okay, so it's basically this. The next video is going to be hands-on programming. So I hope it helps in the people in the future to maybe learn programming and maybe learn for the MEXT exam.